So, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can hear you as well. Guys, welcome back. Whoa, you're f***ing space camping this shit.
Breath check. Breath check 1. Breath check 2.
Make sure you're thoroughly breathing into the mic.
I will not only inhale, but
You got
exhale.
a Darth Vader that.
I'm going to be honest. As funny as it is, it's not funny in editing, to be real with you. But you know how it is. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Art of the Jam. This is episode number 98, and we are here to be graced with the presence of none other than the Acoustic Mayhem, Rob Wilson.
Episode 98.
This is 98.
That's a great number for me, actually. I'm glad to be a part of that.
What's significant about 98?
Because I'm on episode 98.
Oh.
So it's a significant number for me starting right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we're a milestone in your life.
There'll never be another one.
Okay, well, you know what? Speaking of milestones, I do have a question in the tradition of Art of the Jam. I do have a question for you, audience, and after the intro, we might decide to discuss it ourselves. But you know, I don't want to make you uncomfortable with this one, so you know, you can lie if you'd like. But let me get to the question, and then we'll get to the intro, and then we'll get to our take on this question. But what was the hardest turning point in your life? Are you happy you took it, or would you have done it differently? I will repeat. What was the hardest turning point in your life? Are you happy you took it, or would you have done it differently? That being said, cue the intro. And we are back from the intro. That was fun. That was a cool little intro. I don't know.
It doesn't make it less cool that it's the same, you know? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
What, the intro?
Yeah.
It's the same every time, and I'm very happy with it.
Same.
Yeah. I don't. If you have something against the intro, then
Honestly, in that like intro, been there since like the beginning of the video part of.
I mean, it's been there quite some time for at least 97 episodes.
Right. Well, 98 now.
98 now. No, I'm just kidding. Not that many, but because I created it. Kind of. It doesn't fucking matter. The intro is the same, and it's going to remain the same until I decide to change it, audience. So if you don't like it, please comment and tell me that you don't like it, and I will consider changing it.
There's a comment box that you can put your remarks in that will be ignored completely.
Ooh, I'm not going to lie. I've had some
floating floating box with an owl that just comes to your house.
I've had some comments that I've literally, like, they always say don't read the comments. There's a reason. And I've experienced that firsthand for the first time as of late.
There's some hate out there.
There is, and it sucks. But,
Really?
you know, it is what it is. This show is not about hate.
I'm suddenly glad I never learned how to read.
Oh,
I've always looked at it as a hindrance in life, but maybe now a hidden blessing.
Ooh, okay.
Shit.
So, Rob, if you want to answer this, you can. But what was the hardest turning point in your life, you think?
So I mean, that's a serious question.
Absolutely.
And through life, many years of life for me personally. There's been so many of them. But I will say recently, I chose to relinquish the dream of performing nonstop of just music and chasing not just the dollar, but the responsibilities of health insurance and retirement and all that stuff because I am getting older.
Yeah.
So that was a very bittersweet choice that I had to make personally and for my family and things to make sure that they're all okay when the inevitable happens.
Right.
So that was the toughest thing for me because I've always thought that music would eventually be the thing that sustains me.
Right.
Not just emotionally and, feeds my soul, but financially, and I had to let that go. So that was the hardest decision to actually be like, okay, I'm done chasing this for my life. Now, obviously, I still do a lot with music and still enjoy it. We're going to get into some of that stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the other part of that, do I regret it? Absolutely, every day.
You regret
No, I
making that decision.
regret it. I'd rather live in a van by the river and just play music with my little campfire and have some friends over and split a thing of ramen noodles because we can't afford our own packs kind of deal. But,
Right.
But then the responsible adult in me, that wasn't breathing on the microphone. That was just a sigh for effect.
I get you.
But
Sigh all you want.
thank you.
Just don't sigh more than like 2 seconds in between each sigh.
Well, that would not be all I want then, would it? So
Oh.
you can't say sigh all I want and then give me stipulations on how much I'm allowed to sigh.
You know what? You can have the show if you want.
No, because I would not do it justice.
But continue with what you were
Already,
saying.
you can hear the comment box filling up with the complaints even now. I heard
Yeah.
the owl fly overhead that you mentioned. So yeah, I mean, I do regret it for that reason. Of I would like to still chase that dream, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's just something I had to do. So I regret it, yes and no. But it was just one of those things in life. So
Right. So but you're still performing, right?
still performing as much as I can, less than I
Yeah.
was at one point, just
Right.
because of the time involved with my job. But so I'm more selective on what I perform now. I'm not just going out for gig quantity, which is what I did for several years, of just how many gigs
Potent.
can I play.
Yeah.
And now I really want to play venues where the people are there for music and you're not just background noise as much.
Yeah, you're not sitting there playing to people trying to talk to their families over mashed potatoes. And,
Or they're watching the game. I mean, I've had
Yeah.
people. One person asked me to turn down because they couldn't hear the Blues game one time, and I was like, "This is not where my music is appreciated."
right. That's kind of like I always see places like that where they'll put the TV like they'll put you in front of the TV. Have you ever been to a place like that?
I have fun with it because then when they cheer for the game, I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you very much." I know
Yeah.
it's not for me,
Right.
and all eyes are upon me, and I just think that I'm taller than I am because they're all looking up here. So,
Ooh.
but yeah,
That's a
I've
good
played in a
way
lot of
of
places
putting
with the TV, and I'd almost rather it be that way than the TVs be on the other side of the bar to where you're just playing to people's backs.
Yeah.
At least this way you can pretend they're looking at you.
Right. Huh. So, you are happy that you took it? You took that decision? Are you happy?
Happy's a relative thing. I mean,
Oh, of
I'm content.
course.
I've accepted my decision, and I'm making the most of the musical opportunities that my time still allows me to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess happy. Happy's a weird word in that situation.
Right,
I've
right.
accepted.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Isn't that kind of
It's probably as happy as we're going to get in that situation, I guess.
right?
I'm
right.
not unhappy.
Why can't you just pack your family into a van and go share ramen noodles with them?
That's I'll ask. I'll ask the wife about that. When I go, Taylor had a valid point that because she likes chicken ramen and I like beef ramen, so we could never split that package.
Okay,
In that life, we may need our own flavor. We couldn't afford both. That's why.
you guys don't go for the elusive shrimp flavored one.
She would probably like that. Yes.
I always see that it's like a purple pack.
Very bougie.
Yeah.
I can't roll like that.
I'm like, whoever gets that, there's 2 flavors of ramen noodles.
We could come up with like crab legs, surf and turf ramen's coming up next. Be
Ooh.
the next flavor.
Oh wow. Or grape. I don't know. Would that be weird?
Did you say drape?
Yes, it's drapes. Yeah. It's just curtains and just fabric. Just has slivers of fabric in it. But
There's worse things.
there's definitely worse things.
So
but
what? Can we get your answer to that same question?
Nobody's ever asked that, but I mean,
You said I'm taking over the show, so I'll ask the questions now.
this is the Rob. This is the the Acoustic Mayhem takeover.
Art of the Ham is what we'll now call it.
Art of the Ham. Well, explain that. Why do you say that?
Because I had to change it just enough so that it was mine now. Because I didn't want to, copyright infringement or anything with you guys. So Art of the Ham, just for this segment of me asking the questions.
Okay, so guys, this is Art of the Ham, and he has asked me what the hardest turning point in my life has been, and honestly, I don't know, man. I think the hardest turning point in my life would have to it's kind of strange. I think it was just trying to become a musician in general, because the reason it makes it hard is because, as you know, being a musician is extremely difficult, and the desire of it kind of destroys you a little bit. You know what I mean? It's I'm happy that I did it, but the only thing that I would have done it differently is start earlier in my life, I think. Because I've always been a musician, don't get me wrong. Like, I've always, I've been playing in my bedroom since I was 12, you know what I mean? But it's like, I would have actually went out and done it, like, went hard in the paint way earlier, so because I feel like I would be 1,000 times better if, and I hear my mom say that all the time too. She's like, I wish that I would have got you an instrument sooner in your life, like, because there's all these like little like prodigy boys, like, on the piano and stuff, and it's like, and you see all those like Branson shows where it's like they're full of these little kids that are just, you know what I'm saying? They're just like crazy good at what they do, and they're like 5, and
5-year-olds that make you want to smash your own instruments and never touch them again, because you're like, I will never achieve that level, and they're 5.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would say just the fact of just becoming a musician and starting a band and trying to make it my life is because, as beautiful as it is and as wonderful as it is, and it's like, like I mentioned to you off camera, it's like, it's a very poor lifestyle, but I wouldn't. It's kind of like you living in the van down by the river eating ramen with your bros. It's like, I much prefer that. It's just it's a beautiful life, but it's also crippling to a degree, not just financially, but to my soul. It's because I'm one of those people that I think sometimes I might want it too much, you know what I'm saying?
When you have those moments on stage or with someone, whether you're recording or performing live, those moments where you've actually connected with the audience and things, you just have that feeling of things are going great, people are appreciating what I'm doing, that far surpasses financial gain of not pursuing that lifestyle. Now, I have found in this area where we play in a very cover song heavy area, that doesn't happen really often. So, but those moments where you connect with people, especially you're playing your own stuff and someone is really into it, that makes it all worthwhile, not pursuing all the financial stuff. You're like, that moment was worth everything.
Absolutely.
But they're hard to, those moments are hard to find. They're few and far between.
Yeah.
But I remember, the few times that I've really had that, I remember them vividly and how it made me feel, and like, wow, this is life. This is worth everything.
Can I ask you, do you remember like the best moment? You know what I mean? You do.
For me.
Absolutely. Yeah, for you. This is about you. You kind of flipped the script on me there for a second.
I cut you off guard with that. I apologize a little bit.
You're great. I'm totally open to that happening. I do not care. It's about you, and I want to talk about you.
Been just a few years back, I was playing in those times when I was playing the most, I was playing over 100 shows a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was booked several times a week some weeks. Some days, double gigs. Go play a morning gig here and then go somewhere else, play a night show at a winery. I'm just really grinding.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing at a outdoor venue down here at the lake, and I don't know what the occasion was, but the place was packed. And I had tried to stop playing a couple times, like I'm already past my time, but everybody just wanted it to keep going. So I was like, I've kind of already played my stuff, so I'm going to play original stuff, which I don't do all the time down here.
Right.
But people got up and were dancing and like cheering afterwards, and I'm sure the alcohol helped make this all happen, that they were all indulging in. But the fact that I could feel that they sincerely did not want me to quit playing for like a solid hour after I should have been done, and I'm just still jamming, and they're all just so into it, dancing and cheering and clapping and yelling and wanting more, and it felt so good to actually have what I was doing felt appreciated.
Yeah.
That I wasn't background noise at that moment. I was the show, and it was like all those people were there to hear me. So it was very vain, very egocentric kind of moment that just fed that for me.
I don't think it is egotistical at all. I think that's, you know, you were talking about how moments like that just kind of all the financial bullshit kind of goes by the wayside, and it's like I don't feel like that's egotistical, because I think that the reason that we do this, being musicians and performers, it's like, honestly, anything that you do, any type of work or art form, it's like you want to feel appreciated. What are you doing? You know what I mean? If you don't want to be appreciated for what you do, it's like you could be an accountant. It's like the only reason you're going to keep being an accountant is because people appreciate the work that you're doing. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
No, but I mean, you're absolutely right. We do want to feel appreciated with anything. Like the account, at the end of the day, someone shakes your hand, they're like, yeah, you saved me some money, you helped me with that.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I do feel, yes, you can feel appreciation in that. It just seems different than when you're putting something out that you're creative with.
Yeah.
I mean, accountant, you're crunching the numbers that they already have there. Maybe getting a little creative with the numbers, whatever you got to do. But to me, it's a different type of feeling than, you know, an artist or a performer or something, putting something out that's theirs and having that appreciated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess I totally get what you're saying. I mean, they are very different. It's just I don't know how ego driven it is. You know what I mean? Like you felt like, you know what I mean, you weren't like, yes, believe in me,
I am your God.
Yeah,
now.
I am God. You know, you're not like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
you're like, well, let me tell you, you're sweating now. You're.
No, you're right though. 'Cause, I mean, to perform, you do have to have some ego.
Absolutely.
Ego, confidence, where the line between those two things. You have to have that to perform.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that's your personality all the time. Mine, it's not. Different stage personality. I'm not that confident in other ventures in life.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to put on that face to perform, and then to have that rewarded with people justifying or verifying that yes, you should be confident because we think you're awesome at this moment. I don't know, just it felt good. I remember that moment very vividly.
Yeah. See, this is the big misconception I think with confidence and ego is I don't think. I feel like, yes, ego isn't always bad. You know what I mean? Like, there's ego. It's just like anything else, and I've probably said this before, but it's like, you can take a hammer and, bash somebody's brains in with it, or you can build a house. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you do with that confidence is what matters. And it's like, if you use it to go and say, I'm going to go out and I'm going to put my heart, my soul on the line to perform this thing that I wrote, you know what I mean? I'm going to give this piece of art to these people, and that takes confidence and courage. It's like you could be, using that confidence to manipulate people. You could...
True, be a car salesman or something.
Yeah. You could... Were you a car salesman?
I got hired to be a car salesman a long, long time ago. had a DWI pop up on my records. They're like, we can't drive our cars. They're like, come back when that falls off your record. So I never did. But you always think of like the shady salesman. But they're confident.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you know, they know what they're doing. They got the gift of gab. But they're not afraid to lead you astray. They don't care if they're hurting you at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so what we usually do on the show here is I usually have an album of the week, like a show and tell, and I just so happen to have Rob Wilson album of the week. It is, don't think I haven't listened to it. I put everything back in the plastic. I have listened to it. I've listened to it numerous times.
It didn't even come in plastic, so I know you actually went out and purchased saran wrap just to preserve that. and
This
wrap
didn't
it.
come in plastic?
No, dude, I'm totally kidding.
Oh, I was like, dude, maybe I did. I don't know, because, I mean, I put covers on all my vinyls and stuff, too. So,
Right.
not in any weird way. I just like to preserve it. But it's kind of funny because you have become, since you gave this to me, you have become a household, not like, how do I say this? Like a household reference. For, like, you know your song, The Wait?
Okay.
And you're like, The Wait. We always, like, anytime anytime the word wait is said in this house, I'll hear my fiance, like, in the other room. She'll be like, The Wait.
Dude, that makes me feel really good. Thank you.
We'll even be at the grocery store in line, and I'm like, man, what's holding us up? Like, what are we waiting for? And she's like, The Wait.
She's like, what clogged the toilet? And you're like, the wait.
Yeah, just anything like that. Just apply the weight to anything. But that song specifically, because I think I mean, you remember Nichelle. I think you met her like at Stickies or something.
Probably, yeah.
But that was like the song that really grabbed us, is The Wait, for
Nice,
some
thank
reason.
you.
I think because I think that was the one that was like kind of reminiscent of like it was like a Zeppelin-y type of vibe. I don't know how to explain that.
Kind of an immigrant song kind of feel to the to the riff. I mean, it's obviously not. I don't want to say I'm guilty of plagiarism, even though I probably am on everything I ever do.
I don't want.
It's probably got that kind of intro vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to compare you to anything because you're very much your own dude. It was like, you can't get away from like, like, I don't know if you're like hearing one song and it reminds you of another song, no matter what it is or if they're even comparable. Like, I come from the land of the ice and snow where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like one song reminds you of the next song.
Well, there's only so many chords and so many ways you can put those chords together to form songs. So, I mean, everything's going to probably remind you of something somewhere.
Yeah.
Grant, we put our own touches to it, our own flavor, and I mean, every note's been played that there is to play.
Right. And there's only 11 of them, 12 if you count an octave.
Right.
I mean, in Western music, if you want to get all microtonal on me or something, which I'm not opposed.
I do things microtonal just by not tuning my guitar before I play.
Yeah.
Find those little small sections between notes.
Do you know what an ode is? An ode?
Like ode to, like a tribute to something?
No, O-U-D.
I don't.
It's a lute-like instrument. It's like in the Middle Eastern music and like Indian music.
Not familiar.
Well, we stumbled on this guy a long time ago that was playing an ode, and I was talking to him after the show, and he's like, yeah, my ode, the guy that taught me how to play the ode, it's hard to pronounce kind of because it's like just vowels and a D, ode. But he was like, yeah, my teacher told me that you'll spend 50% of the time tuning your ode and 50% of the time playing it out of tune. And I always thought that was super funny if you're a nerd about music. But.
All right, so we were talking about how everything reminds you of something else music-wise. You just did the ow, and in my head I went werewolves in London.
Ooh.
Because I had to.
Werewolves, what about, is that like
it's got the ow, and you go owed. So anyway, that just went to that song because it just reminded me of it briefly.
What, tell me about the song. What is it?
I don't even like the song necessarily. It's just, you just said ow, and that's like what they do right before they say werewolves in London.
Oh.
That's all.
I just thought you had some kind of quick quip about it or something.
That was the end of the quickness right there.
Oh, down with the quickness.
Down with the
See what I mean? We're on one now. Down with the quickness.
No stopping us now.
Would you like to play a little game?
I love games.
Do you?
Is it Twister?
I mean,
that's gonna be weird.
I mean, not unless we're naked. I mean,
Well, it doesn't start that way. You work your way to nudity.
oh, I think I've
It's
been
like
doing.
strip Twister. I don't know. Let's play a different game.
I think I've been doing it wrong. Then, if you're not supposed to start naked.
Hey, if that's wrong, I don't want to be
Put
right.
clothes on.
No, I peel my skin off as I'm playing.
And put it on a lamp.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Make a replica of the Christmas Story lamp.
the leg lamp. So we have a segment of the show, and I don't know how much you've watched, but we have a segment of the show we like to call Phantom Sam and the Fictions, right?
Yes, this is an album title game.
This is, for those of you who don't know, this is the segment of the show where over the course of the week, or one, if not both of us, come up with a few fictitious band names, and we will discuss them as if decide what kind of genre of music they would play, what kind of real life band they would open for, what kind of even an entire bill, like an opener, feature, and a headliner, what their anything really, like their first single would be called, anything or whatnot. But this is Phantom Sam and the Fictions. Are you ready, Rob?
I'm so ready.
Okay, so fictitious band name. Numero uno. Just numero uno. Attractive Extras. What genre of music do you think a band called Attractive Extras would be? Attractive Extras.
Sounds very poppy to me.
Does it?
It does.
Yeah, very Hollywood-esque.
Very Hollywood-esque.
Alternative.
And I like the name. Because you always think of, extras, they're not the focus of anything.
Right.
But you can have attractive extras that maybe should be the focus, but they never made it. So I appreciate the levels of thought that could go into that as a band name.
Right.
Even though I'm not positive on the type of music they would be, but it seems very Hollywoodish, very popish. A lot of auto-tune probably in the production.
Like bubblegum pop.
Yeah.
Type of, I don't even know what that means. It just sounds delicious.
I appreciate the name more than I appreciate the music that I think of as probably associated with it.
I can get down with it. I think their first album would be called Casting Call.
Very casting couch.
Casting Couch, yeah. And okay, so given that they would be some sort of like pop music, Hollywood pop stuff. Who do you think they would open for? Like a real life band. Just based off of what you have come up with.
They're opening for Lady Gaga.
Okay, all right.
Lady Gaga opening by the Attractive Extras.
Ooh.
I can see that happening.
Okay, all right. I kind of dig that. Yeah, the backstory behind that one is there was just like, I was watching a movie and there was just like 3 girls in the forefront or the foreground, and the focus of the main characters were behind them, and it was just all 3 looked like the same girl, but it was just attractive blondes, and it was just like, I guess I missed the casting call for Attractive Extras, and then my fiance was like, "That's a band name." I was like, writing it down.
I like it.
Yeah. But fictitious band name number 2, and this one's my favorite. But fictitious band name number 2, Dutch Manson. What do you think of Dutch Manson?
Dutch Manson. So, they come out and sing like Manson songs, but it's in Pig Latin. Is that a thing? Beautiful bay, ipope.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's just I'm just spitting out the first thing that came to me, though.
Good. This is what I want.
Dutch Manson. I mean, better than Dutch Oven, I guess. Like Dutch Oven Manson, where the songs just stink and they're suffocating.
Oh wow, Dutch Oven. Maybe that should be their first single.
Dutch Oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
because the song's hot.
It is
A little funk to it.
Ooh, it's a funky hot song.
Funky hot song.
Dude, yeah. Might make you your nostrils go like that.
It's a song that gives you pink eye somehow.
Yes.
So much stank.
Oh my god. A song that gives you pink eye. Yes. I love that. Let's just call that fucking what just vague genre you think it would be though? Dutch Manson. I feel like there's a little bit.
It's like acoustic Rammstein.
Okay. That's brilliant. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Acoustic Rammstein.
I was gonna say
Style.
Pink Eye Ramstein.
Pink Eye Rammstein.
Oh,
Like
that one kind of rolls off the tongue
Du
too,
hast twang twang twang,
but in Pig Latin.
but in Pig Latin.
So it's like what they're like German anyway, right?
So I don't even know Uday.
Yeah.
I don't even try.
But Dutch Manson. I was watching this video, right, and it was about these two Dutch kids that were going to all 7 continents, like on a travel excursion, and because I'm like super into like travel videos, but it was they befriended these 2 girls, and the girls were not panhandling, but like asking for donations. So that's kind of a fancy word for panhandling. But they were doing the panhandling while they were doing like the fancy YouTube stuff, like, "Hey guys, we're here at the gas station," and the girls show up at the window and they're like, this guy gave us like $200, and they're like, "Holy shit!" And I was just like, dude, this guy is like commanding these girls to go get the money, like he's like he's their pimp now. But then I was like, he's kind of like a Dutch Charles Manson.
With all these followers, he's not directly
Yeah.
related to it.
Exactly.
I like the name. I like the story of the name.
Yeah, Dutch Manson.
Dutch Manson.
But I feel like that'd be like a dope, almost like Kid Rock type of name. I know they kind of way strays a little bit away from your Pink Eye Ramstein.
Sure,
but
sure.
it's
And I don't know why Dutch to me automatically became like it couldn't be metal or rock. It like Dutch. Like I'm sure they have many Dutch. In fact, I can think of some Swedish bands and stuff that are very good right now that I like. So I don't know why Dutch automatically went acoustic to me. Just the first thing I went to.
Hey, it is what it is, and that's cool. We can have differing opinions and still sit here, you know.
Indeed.
Yeah, Art of the Ham, dude.
I like your opinion better than mine now that we've discussed it.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to have a little kerfuffle because I liked yours better.
Well,
You had the Pink Eye Ramstein.
now we've agreed not to agree on our agreement. And now I do have an issue with that we agreed about.
Okay, well, this show's over. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, start your truck, please.
Yeah.
The next sound will be gravel squalling out of here.
Yeah, start your truck and turn the heat on. Let it warm up, even though it's 95 fucking degrees outside.
And then listen to some
Du hast.
Du hast
I don't know.
acoustically.
Dude, I used to get like just when I Du hast. That was something I used to get like mad at my dad too. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? When I'm in like middle school.
I'll still put it on if you want something to kind of just get the stuff pumping.
Yeah. I'm not gonna clean my room. Du hast dich. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That and what was it? Lamb of God. Do you know Lamb of God?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I
That
used
is
to get
some angry stuff.
Yeah, I used to just get so mad at my dad when I'm 16, you know.
A buddy of mine just texted me about Lamb of God earlier today that he jacked himself up in a mosh pit. And he's my age. I'm like, what are you doing moshing at Lamb of God? Like, I went and saw Lamb of God, and I was like sitting for the concert, like tapping my foot aggressively.
Yeah.
At this age, that is moshing for me.
Oh, yeah.
Risking an ankle injury with foot tappage to some heavy songs.
They're the ones.
Torn ligaments.
Torn ligaments. Had a limp going out of that place.
Lamb of God is like they're known for the Wall of Death,
Right.
which is like one of the craziest mosh. What do you even call that? A form of moshing?
I guess.
A mosh event? I don't know what the fuck.
Wall of mosh.
I know.
And I love watching that from a seat. From a safe distance, from a reasonable distance.
Living vicariously through all these just injured people.
From a good, safe distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Fictitious band name number 3. My fiance came up with this one. She often is the the key fictitious band name correspondent. She usually helps me with them because. But that being said, fictitious.
What a fun thing to do together, though. Seriously.
You just sit there and normally it's just like us watching shows. You know what I mean? And it's just like somebody says something, and it's like, is that a band name? But for every like 3, there's like 20 that were like, and then I'm like, that's a cool band name, and she's like, that's the dumbest thing ever, and I'm like, well, all right. Well,
We can't all be winners.
well, because I grasp at things. I'll be like, notebook binding or something, something just stupid.
You miss every pitch you don't swing at. That's what I'm
true.
saying.
We're all throwing darts.
We're all throwing darts.
Yeah.
Some of them just hit the wall. Lots of holes in the drywall surrounding.
What
So
are you-
every once in a while you get a bullseye.
Yeah, and sometimes you just drink Monster and just punch holes in the drywall.
It's the same, just such a bigger hole.
Fictitious band name number 3, 2D Topical Mind.
2D Topical Minds.
2D Topical Mind.
That's
I feel like something digital.
island reggae rap.
Okay. We're on this.
Fast fucking
Some reggae rap. Some
bowling right
digital
there, dude.
digital island music
You're like
with some rap lyrics.
what is that?
Lyrics.
Reggaeton? You know what I'm talking about?
I had not heard of that before.
It's like electronic dance reggae.
That's exactly what I think that would be.
It's like island music, but it's like what they. I'm not sure if you know what they, but it's kind of like what the new age did with reggae music. They just made it electronic, started sampling shit, and made it a little more upbeat and stuff.
Right.
It's like what they did with. Do you know what Afrobeat is?
I do.
Like they have Afrobeat, which is like Fela Kuti and like all the world music, and then they added an S to the end, Afrobeats, which is something completely different, and it's pretty much what reggaeton to reggae is, Afrobeats to Afrobeat.
So that's what I think that would be to island music and some reggae music. Just adding that type of genre on top of that.
2D Topical Mind. Yeah. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That one's I think yeah, you're right. Some sort of weird island digital topical shit. I don't know.
First single, Lapee.
Ooh. I was gonna say
Lay me down.
Lay me down. I think lay. They put the lays around your neck when you show up there.
I was thinking like
Lapee.
jerk chicken, something.
Jerk chicken. Jerk my chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
something along those. Yeah, or something like that. Jerk chicken. Yeah, something like that, or just something that has to do with pot. I don't know.
Could be.
They do.
I was thinking volcanoes of something, some type of like volcanic rock.
Volcanic.
A lot of island stuff, like Hawaiian, made by all the volcanoes. Volcanic rock. Grasping. Sorry.
Hey, I was just talking about that. I was just grasping at just band names and shit, but that works, man. Who cares? We're all having fun here, but I think that concludes this segment of the show, Phantom Sam and the Fictions. Basically, I seen that you have a new album coming out.
That one was actually 2 albums ago.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I'm super behind.
No, it's okay. I didn't bring you one, so it's my apologies.
God damn it.
I do just have a new one out on all the streaming services. I have 11 new original songs that are on there.
Mm-hmm.
Super happy with it. Happy with how the quality turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Recorded everything actually at the studio I built out at my place. You guys,
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys will see here fairly soon.
Hell yeah.
I did send it off for final mixing because I absolutely suck and hate that part of things.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating to me. It takes away the joy of music, that part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with how it all turned out. It's very cool.
So you did all the recording and production of it yourself.
Yes.
Now, I mean, is it Acoustic Mayhem or is it Weathered Soul stuff?
It's Weathered Soul stuff, even though I did everything. I mean, it's me, but I did everything but the drums. I'm a terrible drummer.
Yeah.
So I did farm out the drums to a guy in Poland. Actually, did the drums on the album.
Did you just reach out to him online?
Yeah, he's did my last album. After that one, he did a lot of the drums on that one, too.
Hell yeah. What are the 2 after this called?
Untitled Chapter.
Untitled Chapter. Okay. And what are the 2 after this called? Untitled Chapter.
Untitled Chapter.
Untitled Chapter.
The one after that one's called 226.
226.
Which that's a medical number for a schizophrenic diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the title track because that song was actually featured in a recent zombie movie that just came out. It's on Amazon Prime now.
I think I remember seeing that on. You post about that.
I did. So
Yeah.
it's out now. So that song from that album is finally did it years ago. A couple years ago is when they shot that, but it's now out now to be viewed, and you can listen. The song plays through the intro and then the end credits.
Oh, so it's like almost like the song of the movie.
It is the. There's other songs that some other people contributed, but yeah, that's that one's played in its entirety through it.
What's the name of the zombie movie? Do you know?
Blood Brothers Life Harvest.
Blood Brothers Life Harvest.
Yep, shot down in Arkansas. It's fun. It was a good time. I got to go be a part of it.
You did? You were in it?
I got a small part in it.
You were an attractive extra.
I was an attractive extra. I actually got to be murdered in this movie. I hate to spoiler alert. I'm okay. I'm right here, so you know I survived. But so I watched it not too long ago because it just came out, and I watched my scene of it. I was like, that's really cool. And then they step over me after they kill me, and I'm like, that guy just turned into a zombie because obviously no decomposition has happened yet. That's the fattest zombie I've ever seen laying there. But it was a good time. It's cool to be a part of it.
Yeah. But was it like a low budget film, or is it?
Low, but some lady down there, Scoffer Studios, her and her mom did it, and they had some donors and stuff chip in on it. So the effects for what it is actually pretty cool. But it was. I mean, we're not talking about a Hollywood feature, but
right.
It turned out pretty cool.
But that was, you said that was called
Blood Brothers Life Harvest.
Okay, Blood Brothers.
Yep.
Blood Brothers Life Harvest. Awesome. I'm gonna check that out actually. And you said it's on Amazon.
Yep, Amazon Video.
Yeah, I feel like now I feel like I should have known that because I kind of vet a little bit.
We haven't talked for a little bit.
I know, but my past guests, I've done all the research I can for them being not an A-list celebrity with infinite,
Yes,
information about them. I feel like that's something I should have known.
Feed that ego.
But you're on I've always dreamt of having a song in a movie or a video game or something.
Right.
Like Grand Theft Auto soundtrack or something.
I've reached out to some other people to see if I can continue that, being that I'm loving doing recording. Now that I've got the studio at my house, if I'm not playing or working, I'm writing and recording.
Absolutely.
So I would love to be able to do that, going into the future, just to contribute to some different things.
Question. So if and I don't mean to be weird, but as you get older, right? And you were talking about how at the beginning of the episode how you had to kind of make this decision to kind of hunker down. You know what I mean, for lack of a better phrase. Where do you draw your inspiration for new music? Do you know what I mean? Because most people, everybody struggles change throughout life. It's like the definition of our struggle that we use to draw from and write music, it changes. You know what I mean? It's like we're no longer trying to scrounge for change to get a cheeseburger or this or that, or we're you're struggling to whatever, pay your rent. You know what I'm getting at. As you get older, it's like health or something like that. It's when you sit down to write, where do you draw that from? Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. It's a good question because I've even seen in myself the change of inspiration through even the own albums that I've got to record.
Yeah.
Like the first one you have there, a lot of that is more relationship based. These are failed parts of relationships and how I felt with that. Whereas the one I just finished is more about mental health issues, really fighting with depression and doubts about things I've done in life and who I am now, and just things like that I've written and recorded things as kind of a coping mechanism for myself to deal with just how I feel about things.
Yeah.
So not so much as much external influences like my writing previously. Now it's more internal stuff.
Now, does the actual like the vibe of the music, does it actually reflect that as well? Like, is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it goes internal, you know, did the music get heavier? Did it get softer? Did it get, you know what I mean? What kind of change?
The most recent album's kind of all over the map. So I don't ever stick to one genre really.
Right.
Because I mean, I do play so much acoustic stuff. Most of my 99% of my shows are just acoustic stuff.
Right.
So even a lot of my heavy songs I write on the acoustic guitar, and then I'm like, let's go fire up the amps and the distortion and see what we can do with this. So even on that album, there's even a song on there that to me sounds like a country song that I had a friend of mine, Lori Locke, help me with. So the genre is kind of all over the place. Some of it is heavier, some of it's kind of darker, I would say, based on that. But it doesn't really change necessarily the music, because my music tastes have always been all over, and I always write kind of multi-genre all over.
Right.
I've had people say, like, you can't put that song on that album. Like, that needs to be a different album. I'm like, no, I like the variety of everything.
Yeah.
It's all me.
For sure.
But, so yeah, the music isn't really affected by the theme of the album so much. Just lyrically, obviously, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you think of, like, introspection, it can go both ways. It can get darker. It can be a little light. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of curious if, like, just from, you know, looking inwardly, that you would, you know, get, you know, when I think of, like, introspection, I think of, like, I don't know how much you know about, like, theory and stuff, but, like, major sevenths, like airy chords. You know what I'm saying? It's like
know what you're saying. I don't understand how that stuff works. I have no music theory background at all.
Right.
But I understand when you're like different chords, like when you go into minor stuff, has a different type of feel to it than major stuff.
Typically, minor is like sad, or darker,
right?
Yeah, or like diminished or something is dark. But like, that's what I mean. Is like, did your just usage of changes or vibe in the music reflect the lyrics itself?
Maybe subconsciously,
right?
But it was not an intentional thing if it did.
Right.
Like, I don't know enough about music theory to literally say, like, I need to do this song, but I need to do it minor, whatever.
Right, yeah.
All the different stuff you can put with that.
I guess I'm not saying, like, did you consciously do that, but, like, yeah, I guess, like, what you're saying is, like, did it subconsciously happen?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but now that I think about it, it's like, you could, introspectively, you could be angry about something, and that could cause a heavier song, too, I guess. But,
sure. And most of my songs aren't written... Like, the music and the lyrics aren't necessarily at all written at the same time. So one's not necessarily even related to the other when it was written. Like, all points in time, I'll just think of a phrase or something. I'm like, oh, I like that. I should be in a song sometime. And I'll write it down.
Mm-hmm.
I have all these notes all over, my studio of just little sayings.
Yeah.
And then, get some music going, a riff or something I like. Then I just start looking through all these sayings to see, like, what kind of vocal line would fit with that, and then build from there. So even not really even intentionally, because I'll just be finding something that'll fit the music line that'll go with that. And so whatever lyrics I had aren't necessarily written to the vibe of the song anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's like sometimes it kind of works out, though, if you have like an angry sounding song musically, but then you have these like lighthearted or funny. You know what I'm saying? If you they don't really like match, but it kind of makes for an interesting song whenever
it does. You got a really happy type of song, and the lyrics just make people question if you need to be locked up or not.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's always been like a dream of mine for somebody to just walk up to me and be like, "Are you okay?" Like, because I don't know, I love that. Like, I love having like the duality of things in music. But
that is awesome. I played one of the songs on my last album. I played for the first time at this musical festival down in Arkansas, and small gathering, and I played it, and a girl from the audience who I'm friends with, she goes, "I'm gonna come up and give you a hug."
Yeah.
Kind of, she's like, she wanted to make sure I was okay. It's like, I'm all right. I won't turn down a hug. But
what song was it? Do you remember?
Dark Reflection is the name of that one.
Dark Reflection?
It's on the new album. It's probably one of my favorite ones there because of I'm actually working through some stuff with that song. So whenever I listen to it, it kind of brings me back to that emotional spot when I wrote the lyrics and stuff to it.
Yeah.
So, it's got some feeling for me.
Isn't that weird? Like how music is like when you write something, it's at least for the first in my opinion, couple of years that you write it, it takes you right. It's like you've like bored out a pocket, like a dimension. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
in time, and you're kind of forced to go back to that. And
yeah, it's not just listening to it. I mean, you will feel that again. Whatever you were feeling that caused you to write that,
absolutely,
it'll put you right back there. I think music's probably the only thing that can do that.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably right. I would say like paintings can make you feel things, but I don't. That's hard to say. But music definitely.
And you're probably right. For a painter that does that, that's probably absolutely the same thing.
You know what?
Not being a painter.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like we probably don't quite understand how an art aficionado or a painter feels, but I can imagine that it's the same thing we feel.
We paint with sound on a canvas of silence.
Absolutely. I love that. That's cool. No, hey, you laugh, but that's serious. It's very true.
I did laugh because I think it was kind of cheesy, but
it is.
But I agree with it.
But
though.
It's true. It's true. So, question about this album though. So this one here, this was 2 albums ago. We were talking about how it takes you back to that feeling, and I had mentioned that vaguely that like at least for like the couple of years after you play a song, it always takes you back. Is there anything on this album or any songs that you play that are older songs that you feel nothing for anymore?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because not all songs, I hate to say this, not all songs are written like from the heart. Sometimes you're just like trying to put lyrics to riffs. So some songs you're not emotionally invested into when you write them.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you don't like them. Doesn't mean you're not happy with the results. But you weren't really, working out some issue with yourself,
right,
to put that song out. You're just like, let me put down some lyrics, and because like some of my originals I've played live, and I'd forget the lyrics to my own original. Like, well, I shouldn't forget my own songs. Obviously, those probably did not mean as much to me in that time.
Right.
So like those I could listen to, and just be like, okay, I can still enjoy that song.
Yeah.
But it's not going to take me back to any special, meaningful place.
Right. So, but say, like, are there any songs that like that did come from a meaningful place, but say your opinion of the subject matter itself, like that? Imagine that place that it takes you to, it means nothing anymore. Like things have changed over time to where it's like you may not just not feel anything for that anymore, but you could have also forgot. Do you know what I mean? I keep saying that. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Fine.
Do you know what I mean?
So,
Sorry.
And I'm like, fine. I'm just like, no. And then there's going to be an awkward silence.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the songs in dealing with external things when I've been hurt by other people, and that has worked its way into a song at some point in time. As time goes on, you forgive whatever that situation was.
Yeah.
And so because of forgiveness and you let go of some of the bitterness and you work through that, then you can still respect where that song takes you. And like, I remember how I felt at that song, but it's not as impactful because you've moved past those emotions from when you wrote it.
So you're saying like, as time goes on, that specific instance that made you feel that way doesn't mean anything, but the feeling itself of being fucked over, meaning that you still feel the feeling of being fucked over, as an example, but you don't necessarily feel anything for that specific person that fucked you over in the song. Do you know what I mean?
Or even, it may be that you've forgiven that person for whatever it is.
Right.
And maybe you and that person are, super cool now and whatever. So
Right.
the song will still bring back memories, but even not in a way that it brings you back to that. You're not angry again. You're not hurt again. You're like, okay, well, I can see why I wrote that. I'm thankful that helped me work through that.
Yeah.
But I'm all better now.
Right. Do you have any songs that you've that say an older song that the meaning itself has changed to you, like your perspective? I mean, other than that, I mean, it's kind of akin to the question I just asked, but you do know, like, you know, say you write a song about, a relationship or something, and as time goes on, you realize, like, you just have a different perspective on, how do I say this? It's one of those questions that was in my head, and I'm like, this is a great question. This is crazy. And then I try to bring it out. It doesn't. So it's kind of the same question in a way, but I'm just trying to.
So, my newest album is called 3 Feet Down. And that's from a lyric in the song. The whole theme of the kind of album is about kind of what we were talking about earlier, how when I was much, much younger, I didn't apply myself fully to music and to learning.
Yeah.
So I half-assed it. So it talks of getting buried 3 feet down. Like, even up to the grave, you're only going to do it halfway. And that's how you achieve 3 foot down.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of songs on that album about working through those feelings of that. Now, as I become more accepting of that, there are some things that change as far as, because there's other areas of my life too that I didn't attack with full gusto. Like, I ran a construction company for years and, made money, but never like applied myself to make it to where like this is going to be, I could retire from this, or is just made enough to pay the bills. And that's it. So there's a lot of other areas of my life that same motto has applied, but it's changed to different things through life. A life of half-assery.
That's okay. I apologize for my lack of being able to convey that question, but you just answered exactly
I
the
understood
essence of
what you were getting at.
Okay,
I thought I did.
Sometimes my brain, no brain, if you know what I mean.
The mush gets mushy sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes coffee don't do it for me sometimes.
I told you about the level of espresso consumption that I had before I came over here, so my brain may just stop at any point in time, and you'll just, hopefully the mic doesn't pick up the drool trickle that comes down. We'll see.
Dude, that's crazy. Who does your album art?
A gentleman in Springfield named Jared George. He goes by 6 Foot Gnome. He's done my album art on the last 3 albums. This one, the next one, and the one that I just got done.
Yeah, because I noticed they're all
kind of similar in theme.
Yeah,
this is probably
it's
he
cool.
is
It's
super
you.
busy with life, and he's basically told me this last one's probably the last one he's going to do because he's busy with family and work and schooling, and he's just a busy guy. And he puts a lot of time in these to get him exactly how I want him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're on great terms, but the last one he did, I'm probably going to be looking for something else. So those 3 albums together, there's probably going to be, that's the trilogy of ones in that type of theme as far as the art goes.
Oh, that's still cool though. Is it all digital, or does he draw these? These look hand drawn.
He draws all of it. I mean, he does have some digital stuff that he works with, to fill it in, and I'm not sure how the process works exactly, but he's a great artist.
Yeah, so you just pay him and be like, I want this and this, and you do that, and he does it?
And then he does it, and I'm like, but I want this changed. And he's basically like, okay, well, I guess I got to start all the way over. Maybe why he's not going to help me anymore. No, he does a great job.
Yeah, it's very you. I mean, it's like I said, I haven't listened to the other 2. I honestly didn't even know the one in between existed. I'm sorry. But I knew you had a new one come out, and but I noticed, all your art is very cohesive. It's part of your experience.
Kind of is. I kind of like the theme of it up till now. I've even already started recording the next album, but I'm already trying to think of like, so what now am I going to do for the art of it? But that's still I got a ways to figure that out.
Right. No, I had to ask because, album art, I think it does a lot for bands and for music. I think it's kind of goes hand in hand.
Let's always have little things on the album art that really don't mean anything other than to me. It's like that one doesn't have an album title. On Spotify, it's listed as 45 because you look up at the clock on the front of that,
yeah,
and it says 1:45 a.m., but it's actually 1 a.m. 45. I am 45. I started recording that album on my 45th birthday, day after Christmas. Went to the studio on the 26th of December, and started recording that album on my birthday when I turned 45. So that's just a little thing on there that meant something to me that we snuck in.
Little Easter eggs.
But yeah, little Easter eggs.
Hiding your little eggs.
All my albums have things like that on them that just mean something to me, that make me appreciate it more. No one else would know anything what any of it means.
Yeah, I didn't even actually see the AM in there. It's so tiny.
It is.
I'm glad you explained that, because that's cool. I like that. Fucking Easter eggs. Always got the ones with change in them. You ever do that?
I have not.
Oh.
Change like on, what do you mean?
Oh, Easter eggs. Like on Easter egg hunt.
Inside the Easter eggs.
Yeah. You either, I always,
Now we're going literal Easter eggs with change in them now.
I used to get the ones with like pennies in them and like black licorice. It's like nice.
Black licorice, like that's the one you just leave there for someone else.
Do you remember what were those called? They were like Smarties, but they were thin, like wafer things. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like
I
an
remember
old
the Smarties
candy.
though.
They were like this big around, and they were like these wafers, but they tasted like chalk garbage. And I always used to get those too.
Whoppers.
Band name.
Yeah,
Chalk garbage.
dude. Okay, all right. Wait, what did we just say?
Chalk garbage.
Chalk garbage. Why did I see? My brain is not braining. Chalk garbage. I have to write that down because on the last episode
They may not be worthy, but
hey, you know what? It's worth a shot. Me and a guest, my last guest, his episode comes out. Well, you're not going to probably see this, but or in time. But my last guest, me and him came up with a band name. So I feel obligated now. If we come up with one on the show, I'm going to use it for the next one. There's like a. Go ahead.
I don't want you to tell me. I'll wait till the episode comes out, then I hear it. But I'm like, well, now I know this band, and I gotta hear it. But I'll hear it on the episode.
Oh, I mean, we already used it yesterday, and the episode that his band name that we came up with together already was on an episode that'll come out before this, so it'll already be out. It was literally just called Dragoon. Dragoon, yeah. Which is just, you know what a blunderbuss is?
A what?
A blunderbuss?
I guess I don't.
It's like an old like pirate gun that you can just jam anything into, and
They used to put the silverware and whatever, just whatever in them.
It's like a handheld cannon.
Okay.
A dragoon is just like a little like
And that's what it's
one-handed
called.
version. Yeah, blunderbuss and a dragoon.
So
Yeah.
that's a metal band.
That's what I think that it was like Dragon Force or something, like some sort of like wicked hair. Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, definitely metal vibes. I dig that. But and of course you're still do you still play with the Weathered Souls guys?
We do. We played the Tesco Festival this year down there in Olean. We only play a couple shows a year just because we're a little heavier, the weight, and not really much of a need for that type of music here at Lake of the Ozarks area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play Girthapalooza, obviously, coming up, and we play the Tesco Festival, and we'll get together for a few jams through the year, so people come over, but we don't gig a whole lot.
Yeah, but it's the same lineup, same guys.
Yeah, same lineup, just me, Delbert Round, and Matt Hill, just the three of us, just rocking out,
Delbert,
clinging on to our youth for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Delbert said one of the funniest things he ever said to me was like, "How do you guys play without getting loaded?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You guys, because I don't drink, and I don't drink now, but I did drink. I just have never drank before a show or like done anything before a show because I just like being present as possible."
Sure.
But he would ask me that because he always had a beer in his hand and
has had many before that point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell on him real quick, which if he listens to this, he may or may not be angry with me. So he had a big party out at his place, pulled in a flatbed trailer, lots of bands played through the day, and I was going to come play with them to finish up the show when I got off work.
Hmm.
So I got off work and text him, so what do I need to bring? And he had a few beverages in the style of Dell. But I guess he had jumped off the stage and jacked up his back. To the point where he called me and he's like, "Don't bother coming." He goes, "I'm done. I had to stop the show because he'd hurt his back." So Dell, like the rest of us, is kind of feeling his age a little bit. didn't have enough beer to kill the pain, I guess.
Yeah.
Just enough that he thought jumping off the stage, I guess, was a good idea.
Well, just a few more and he can kill it till morning.
That's right. You can keep rocking until the sun comes up and then deal with that. I mean, chiropractors aren't open till the next day anyway.
Dude, that's a good band name, too. Kill it till morning.
Kill it till morning. I like
Fuck,
it.
dude, we're just farming band names right now. Let's just fuck everything else we were going to talk about. Let's just farm band names. No, I'm kidding. But so does he still have that big ass fucking bass cab?
That's why his back's trash. That thing weighs a ton.
Yeah. He was always like, yeah, because you normally see like, and no shade thrown, but you usually see, older folks, they downgrade as time goes on because they don't want to carry so much shit. But I've never seen him without that like fucking stack.
I don't think you ever will.
Yeah.
Because no matter what the sound guy does, or no matter what anyone does on the stage, he knows he can be loud enough. He does not need the assistance of anyone else.
Yeah.
He can. We're usually always trying to adjust our sound to catch up to him.
Yeah. He's like the center of the solar system. You guys are just kind of...
That's right. Pulled in by his gravitational pull
Yeah,
of rock.
yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
The pull of rock. It's no longer the school of rock.
The pool of rock. Ooh, I like that. That's interesting. But you got Girthapalooza, which you graciously invited us to play as well. Girthapalooza's coming up,
September 13th.
13th, yeah, sorry. I got it in my sketch, but I don't know. I didn't know it off the top of my head. But, what year is this now with Girthapalooza?
I've tried to count. I think this is like 12.
Oh, damn. So it's been going on a while.
It's been going on a while. One a year. 1 year I did 2 and determined that at the moment that was just too much.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to do 1 a year. We had one got rained out. One I had to cancel for personal reasons.
Bless you.
So it's been 12 shows, probably over 14 years, probably been doing it.
So what's the story behind the name?
So Girthapalooza, I was in a band called 3 Inch Girth. It was a duo, just me and a guy named Jordan Bauer.
And Jordan Bauer, he's the other podcast guy.
Yeah, you know Jordan Bauer.
Oh, yeah, I've been on the show.
Yeah, Jordan Bauer.
I didn't realize that was you guys.
We started off as an Alice in Chains tribute duo. That's like all we played was Alice in Chains stuff because we could harmonize with each other pretty well. It was fun. We played some shows. So our 100th show was coming up. We timed it out. Where the first Girthapalooza was the 100th show of 3 Inch Girth. So we had a bunch of bands come out, and me and Jordan Bauer actually had Delbert and a drummer. So we didn't do it as a duo. We actually did it as a full band for the first time.
Right.
And it was the 100th show. Big fireworks display. It turned out really cool for just a big party, 100th show anniversary party. And then since then, it went over so well that I just decided that we're just going to keep doing it and never change the name. Like some people have like not come to play. They're like Girthapalooza. We don't want anything to do with that. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, it's not innate like it's not like vulgar. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
People take it that way. They have. Because we had venues that wouldn't let us play there because, like, 3 Inch Girth, we're like, no. I was like, okay.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, your band name is super vulgar.
Super vulgar.
Girthapalooza isn't.
You're just celebrating the thickness, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I took note here.
Down with the thickness.
Down with the... Was that a song?
No, but it's going to be before the night's over, I bet.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Don't threaten me with a good time. But, no, I actually thought I wrote down this little note because do you remember 5 Inch Flaccid?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Were you like super pissed at them?
I honestly thought they ripped their name off of 3 Inch Girth. When I first said, I was like, they've heard my band name, and I'm like, and they're just trying to I don't know if they ever heard of 3 Inch Girth or not, but that's the first thing that I heard when they came up with 5 Inch Flaccid. I was like, I was 3 Inch Girth first.
Yeah. Would you rather have a 3 Inch Girth or 5 inches flaccid?
I mean, can't you have both? Do I have
Oh
to choose?
shit! What? That's like a tuna can.
That's I mean,
I'll say that's a Campbell's. That's a Campbell's can.
Soup is good food.
Yeah. Wait, 5 inches flaccid, 3 inch girth.
3 inch around, but 5 inches flat. That actually seems pretty proportionate to me.
That actually might be a family-sized soup can.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not a single serving size can? We probably don't eat the same portions.
I also have no. Well, let's not get into that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is probably a good time to. This is definitely a good time to get to the jam portion of the show. We will be back briefly for a little bit that I want to throw your way, if you don't mind, and we can continue our conversation or whatnot. But yeah, let's get to the jam portion of the show.
Yes.
You're ready to start this, Rob.
I am.
I think we are. I think we're ready to start this. Space Camp, are you ready to start this? Well, I think that's Space Camp for yes. It's, yeah.
Words are hard.
Yeah. Words hard. Guys, welcome to the jam portion of the show. We are back. Ooh, now you're doing soundboard shit now too?
What do you mean?
What?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the only reason I've ever wanted a bass player is just so they can do the yeah. That's literally, I want to hire a bass player, not even to play.
I've been trying to get. Delbert hasn't learned that yet. He'll get there.
Wow. He doesn't know wow yet. Anyways, Delbert, you know, you need to refine your repertoire, I think, with some good wow. Yeah. He's like, oh, his brain. No, I'm just kidding. But, guys, we are back with, obviously, if you've been watching the show, we're here with Rob Wilson of the Weathered Souls and the Acoustic Mayhem himself. We're going to let him do a little roll of the dice, and then we're going to get into a little jam. Stay tuned for the rest of the show afterwards. I hope you enjoy the jam. But Rob, let's go ahead and get you to the dice cam so you can roll the dice.
Roll 'em.
Zhoop.
The unveiling of the dice.
Open them hand. Open them
My hand, open it.
Oh, okay. So, I want you to give me a good shake,
Yes.
and then I want you to roll
Wait,
them.
the
in
dice
full.
are like.
Yeah, you shake. You and your blueberry shirt. Oh shit! So, that's not too difficult.
No, 3, 4. Good.
Yeah, 3, 4. See the accent on the 11, so that'll roll over. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So accent on the 2.
On the 2 of the 4th major.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And it'll be key of F sharp and a minor. Absolutely. So we already got you got it easy.
The dice were kind.
They were very kind. But guys, our roll for today, they were very kind.
They were.
And very generous to Rob today. We have the key of F sharp or G flat, depending on how you look at life. We have the quality of minor, and we have the time signature of 3/4 with an accent on the 2. I will repeat. We have the key of F sharp, the quality of minor, the time signature of 3/4 with an accent on the 2. Without further ado.
Okay. Waltz us, buddy.
Go ahead. Before we start this, though, are you doing it relative to half step, or are you doing it?
I'm playing like we're in standard tuning.
Okay, so you're playing, yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, goddamn it. Every time.
like you made like a suggestion in there, and I kind of ran with it. I don't know if you meant to. I was trying to hear what you were something you were doing. Like instead of like, you know, because I you know ended up. You did something where you were, and then you went into the like with the scale. I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was like. So I was like trying to follow that. I was like trying to like take some.
In that, I
Yeah,
thought.
definitely. Yeah. No, I realized like I was kind of going an extra, like almost into like 6/8 at some point because like whenever you were doing that, I was trying to do that. You went into something else, and I misunderstood. Sometimes I'll misunderstand.
I was trying to find where I was too. I mean, that's because I was like, oh.
See, that's cool though because sometimes you trying to figure out where you're at, I could misinterpret a mistake you made
Right.
as a suggestion, and then you know what I mean?
It's not a mistake if you do it twice.
That's true.
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, dude. Make it look intentional.
Make it look intentional. They wasn't a mistake. I wrote it that way.
But like, there's that like.
pretty bad song right there.
Bad as in good.
Bad as in good.
Hell yeah.
That being said, guys, let's get back to the show.
Guys, we are back from the jam portion of the show. We were just talking about off camera. He asked me about the dice here, and it's a what's so scary to you about it?
All
in
right. Well,
general?
as I discussed earlier, like I don't know music theory, and so I did watch your episode where you explain the dice and what they represent, and I was like, so anything that I write, it's all by ear. I know this note goes with this note just 'cause I've listened to them, and I've determined by my ear that those things go together. Mm-hmm. You know, if you say we're going to play in this key, I'll figure it out, but I don't just know from hearing that I'm going to play these notes in this.
Yeah. Well, see, you know, that's the difference I think between, and people are probably going to disagree with me, but I consume a lot of jazz music. I have recently because it's just something I gravitate. Like everyone does, you gravitate toward what inspires you normally, and you know, and every now and again I'll get bored of a type of music and I'll go to the next, or I'll discover something, and then you start drawing elements of each of these new things. Like you learn new things and you pull it into your own repertoire, and you know, and as you were talking about how like you play by ear, it's like I as most musicians do nowadays, they play by ear. Not so like it's slowly the concept of reading sheet music is long, I think, in my opinion, long dead.
Sure.
Nobody reads music anymore. But whenever it comes to like playing, I think jazz is say like there's comic books and then there's fine art. You know what I'm saying? There's rock and roll, and then there's fucking jazz, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know, and the only reason I say that is because and I'm not saying there's not discipline in rock and roll or comic book drawing or whatever, but the pinnacle of discipline when it comes to art is in jazz, is in fine art, and I think I have this. Like I said, an insatiable urge to be more disciplined in everything that I do. And like, whenever you're saying like, just hearing things, say somebody plays something and you're able to like find it just by ear. It's like, yeah, I do that too. But I guess it's gotten to the point where it's like, I want to think about what I'm going to say before I'm going to say it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Never been there.
Yeah, I know, because it gets me in trouble sometimes. Right. And though I'm much more comfortable just spouting off bullshit, but see, I feel like once you get to that point wherever you're able to think about what you're going to play, you're conscious of what you're playing, I feel like that it eventually that memory will come to you, and you'll be able to use those tricks that you've learned consciously, subconsciously. I don't know, because that's how it's always been for me whenever it comes to learning things on the guitar. Is it's like, yeah, you learn this like you find this little succession of notes, and you practice that over and over and over again because you like it. It's cool. You know, it makes your ear and your heart feel good. But then after a while, it's like you don't think about that anymore. You're able to just weave it into what you're doing.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
Same licks, same phrases.
Yeah, and it might even change, but it's like that. Just the concept of what you've consciously learned will make its way into your subconscious. And I don't know. I think that the dice was just a way to, like, throw me for a loop. But then I was like, no, what? And you're talking about. I wanted to say this earlier, but I didn't want to cut you off. But you're saying that you know jack shit about music theory. Disclaimer: neither do I. Like I've said this on episodes before, and I feel the need to always say this, but the more I use these dice, the more I realize I know nothing about them. You know, it's kind of counterproductive, but at the same time,
Like
you know.
I mentioned, to anything that makes you get out of your comfort zone, to get out of those memorized licks that we all have, to where all our stuff ends up eventually kind of sounding the same. Like you listen to, like, well, that's obviously that's one of Taylor's song. That's a Robert song because we all kind of do the same things a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
So anything to bust you out of that comfort zone, kind of expand your musical horizons, and I mean, you never know. You put all that together and just one golden nugget comes out of it, and that's an awesome thing. That's why we play music, for those moments where everything just comes together, and you're like, "Wow, that was new. That was very awesome."
Yeah, and then that we always say that on the show. It's like 95% of the jam is fucking just gravel and sand, but it's the panning for that gold, and you have those little, like you said, little nuggets of gold that are what they are. And
Gravel and sand is the base of concrete, which is firm and makes the foundation of the rock that we're making.
Dude.
What?
Dude, no. See, This is what I can't stand about you. Let me get into that.
And now
and
this is
shit.
the ultra honest portion of the show where I'm gonna check my hate mail correspondence. Except it's verbal hate mail. So
where's
let's
that
open this letter.
Verbal Hate Mail is a dope band name, by the way, too.
Verbal hate mail.
Yeah, Verbal Hate Mail. But this is
So wait, how are you spelling mail in that? MALE or MAIL?
Oh shit!
Could be either one.
I'm gonna put both actually.
For sure.
No,
I'm just trying to change the subject before we start talking about the reasons you don't like me.
no. I don't not like you. I honestly, I'll go as far as to say that I fucking love you, dude.
Thanks, bro.
We've though we haven't seen each other in quite some time. We've had some fun times together.
For sure.
And but this is what I don't like about you. All right, it's that this is like the third or fourth time that you've made a solid point, like an existential analogy.
That's a big word in anything that's associated with me, for real.
But you've said so many things that can help the people listening and watching, but you laugh about it like it's like, I just said something stupid. And it's like, no, you just said something amazing.
I don't take myself very seriously. So, yeah, the laughing it off, I mean, that's just because, like, I'm not trying to be serious. I'm not trying to say profound things.
Right. No,
And I don't want it to come across like, oh, I'm going to fucking say something here that everyone should probably tattoo on their backs so that it's always there, even though you should.
It's your delivery. I think that's how you deliver it.
So yeah, the laugh that just, I mean, that's just me not taking myself too seriously.
I get you. No, I totally, I'm just bullshit and busting your balls, but it is what you're saying is what you're saying is echoing in my brain. Do you know what I mean? It's like I feel something for those things, you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that other people at home will get something out of what you're saying as well.
I hope so too.
But also, I think it's very profound for you to not take yourself so seriously as well. I think, because there are, like I said, like especially like not to bring up this again, but like the insatiable urge to succeed. It's like sometimes you take yourself too seriously and it gets away from you, oh shit. Oh yeah, you know what else I don't like about you?
We probably don't. It's a whole other show segment to list all the things.
What I don't like about you, dude. That's a brilliant show segment. I should just continue that on with every guest I have on here. It's like, all right, this is the segment of the show called "What I Don't Like About You."
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for one, you're reinforcing humility in your guests. Like, we all talked about, you need a level of confidence, but this is where I'm going to bring you back down a little bit. This is real life. These are the things you need to work on as a human being, and the things that I don't like about you personally.
We sandwich the jam into the middle of the show. We also give them a compliment sandwich. We talk about what makes them great, and then I knock them down a few fucking pegs, and then I bring them back up at the end. Maybe.
That's like corporate stuff there, because they say anytime you're like administering counsel or discipline to somebody, you start off with a compliment. Then you're like, hey, but fuck you right here in the middle. And then at the end, so you do have to end with a compliment somewhere. Like, I hate all these things about you, but you're all right.
No, this one is just funny because I went up there to use the bathroom while we were on our little break, and Nichelle, my fiance, she's like, I just want to take a picture of his truck out there, and I want you to put it on the show and just put underneath it Rob Parks with big dick energy. Because she had to park in the yard. I forgot. That was my bad though. I forgot to tell you that she would be home at some point.
You were even talking to me out in the yard in perfect view of the truck.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and maybe like a little, hey Rob, could you park over there? But I didn't ask though.
See,
Because I park with big dick energy.
you do.
I don't park 5-inch flaccid style.
Oh shit.
I park very girth like.
Ooh, you do have a girthy truck.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
Get that hammerhead
It's
on there.
overcompensating for something, but that's another show segment
so
altogether.
last night, as I was preparing this episode, I had this little segment that I wanted to try, and I feel like it's kind of like the fictions. Hopefully, it's a little fun for you, but maybe not. I had to take out some of them because I had a change of heart because they're a little too shitty. But this is a segment called "Can You Separate Art from Artist?" Okay,
Okay.
and I'm hoping that this isn't too crazy. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a crime, right? And then first, and then after whatever you have to say. This is also, I'm fleshing this out. This is the first time I've ever done this, so. This is called "Can You Separate Art from the Artist?" Just so everyone at home knows. I'm going to give you a crime, and then once you process that, I'm going to tell you who in the music realm committed this crime and what they're known for, and I want you to decide whether you can set their crime aside and still enjoy their music. Okay, are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
Okay. And some of them you might not know, some of them you might, because there's a lot on here that I was like, I had to look them up, see what exactly they're known for. But
I've played with people that refuse to play certain songs because they don't like the actions of the artist. So I'm intrigued by this segment already.
oh, hell yeah,
Dude, it's like it's hard sometimes, but it's like, dude, the art is more important to you. You know what I mean?
this is, and I just want to, for the audience out there, I just want to say that this doesn't, these opinions do not reflect, or, dude, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I said that, but I don't mean anything by this. These are just I've talked to a lot of people over the years, and it's always a common question. It's like, if this person murdered somebody, but they have this #1 hit, it's like, do you still listen to that? And like, I've got it. It sways back and forth. You know what I mean? And so I might actually use this for more than just you, just because I want to know if you can separate art from artists.
I like the segment because I think everyone personally will have a personal line that they make.
Exactly.
We're like, nope, that's too far. I'm done with them as a human being and an artist. I don't even want to listen to their music anymore because of this.
Right.
Where some people's line may be here, like, whatever.
Okay, and so I believe I have 6 artists here. So, but this should go pretty quick, depending on if we get hung up on one or not. But #1, stabbed a man to death allegedly in self-defense.
Who hasn't done that, really?
Okay. The description, basically, he was lolling around with his girlfriend when the husband came knocking. Now, would you like me to reveal the artist? Do you have anything to say about that first?
All right, so that to me, that would not affect my view of the person's music. Obviously, a bad situation. They shouldn't have been in that situation anyway. But I'm not going to throw stones, that glass house.
Right.
So I would still listen to that person's music. I was hoping when you gave me these crimes, I was actually hoping that I would know who the artist is before you told me. But I don't know who this one is.
I wanted to make them kind of vague.
Okay.
But and give brief descriptions. But this crime was committed by Marcus Malone, who was the founding member of Santana and he was credited as a co-writer of Soul Sacrifice. So that was Marcus Malone, apparently. But see, this is the thing: is like, you know, if you stab a man to death allegedly in self-defense, it's like that's one thing, but you're like lolling with his girlfriend or with his wife, your girlfriend.
I mean, you kind of put yourself in that situation. So is it self-defense when
Solid.
Is it self-defense when you put yourself in the situation and you probably should have that
Kinda
beat down
asked
coming?
for it at that point.
You
Yeah.
kind of ask for it.
See, that's an opinion that might be different
Sure.
depending on you know, whoever I ask. Artist number 2 flashed his penis on stage.
That could be. I've seen that, unfortunately, at a few shows myself.
Really? Like who?
I was at the Family Values tour.
Oh, nah.
Um,
I
and
already know what that is.
one of the people at the Rammstein part of the show was up on stage with their dick out.
Well, fuck yeah.
You're like, that's rock and roll.
That was Corn, Limp Bizkit, like Static X,
and Rammstein, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in 94, 95, somewhere around there.
Shit.
So, yeah, to me, that's not even uncommon. That's just rock and roll.
Okay. That was Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop obviously from the Stooges.
Iggy popped his thing out.
Iggy done popped his thing out. Okay, artist number 3, leading an alleged cult. What do you think about that?
To me, music can be a cult.
Okay. Well, that's true.
Bands try to make followings and to lead people with the message of their music. So I think anyone that has a band is actually trying to start a cult.
And some bands even have like Slipknot, for example, maggots.
The Maggots,
Yeah,
right?
That's like a tribe, though. I feel like, I guess a tribe and a cult could be the same thing.
When you said that, the first thing I thought of was Charles Manson was obviously not in a band, but he did play music. He played
That's
music
true.
with some of the Beach Boys, I believe, and
Oh yeah,
so
hung out with Terry Mulcher, which was dude,
yeah,
I know too much about that.
yeah.
But
Our fascination with that stuff may reveal something about ourselves. But that's another
Yikes.
show altogether.
anyway,
So again, that doesn't bother me at all. Not one bit.
I actually kind of idolized the man. This was Jared Leto, right? He's
Okay.
the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars,
Famous actor.
actor in various movies such as Suicide Squad, Requiem for a Dream, and Morbius. Yes, I did intentionally
Mr.
use
Nothing.
all
That
of his
movie was crazy.
worst movies. Other than Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream is good, but I made it a point to say Suicide Squad, which he was the Joker in, which normally people don't speak of because it was a horrific portrayal. Depending, I guess, debatable, but honestly, it's popular opinion that he sucked. And then Morbius. Yeah. Enough about Jared Leto, but he leads a 3-day festival retreat in Croatia, inviting hundreds of fans of his band, calling themselves the Echelon, and they're all dressed in white.
So what's the purpose of the gathering, I guess, would be my follow-up question. Obviously more than just to dress in white.
It's a 3-day music festival.
Oh, it's a music fest.
Yeah, but he calls it a retreat, and it's on an island, and he makes
Where
all
there's
of
no escape.
yeah, and he makes them all dress in white. And
Where they all stab people in self-defense and show their
Ruby
penises.
Island.
I don't know, but I did want to go ahead and, so I don't get in trouble, I did write a little note here. Still speculative, could be an elaborate joke.
That's safe. That's
Yeah.
safe to do that because he will probably listen to your podcast and be highly offended.
He's like, I want to be on it, and then it blows up.
Right.
No. Or just a gang of white robes show up at my front door.
I think they all go to that island and just sit and meditate while listening to Art of the Jam sessions.
Dude, that would be fucking dope. I would join that cult.
You already have.
Holy shit. Wow. Artist number 4, and it's going to get increasingly, not increasingly, but some of them are a little crazy. But this artist number 4, transporting minors across state lines with intent to,
All right, so now we're getting into some territory where actually there's obviously some questions about people's moral character and whether or not you. Now, I obviously do not support those decisions. Of
As
those
you shouldn't.
artists. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I separate the music from the action? All right, so you know what? And this sucks. I'm going to reveal something just that. Now I'm going to question if I'm not just a shitty person. How good's their music?
You want me to reveal?
I'm just saying, because sadly, like if it's just okay music, I'll be like, fuck no, I'm not listening to that. That guy sucks. He did terrible things. If it's like one of my favorite songs, I'm like, well, I'm just not going to think about him. I'm going to separate the music from the artist. So that puts into question my own moral character.
Let me elaborate on some other of his crimes as well.
Oh, good. There's more. But wait,
Yeah.
there's more.
There is more. He was.
Having fun.
This artist is also charged with assaulting a woman, causing stitches and contusions, but pled to a lesser charge of harassment and received a $250 fine. But wait, there's another. He was sued by several women who claimed he had installed video cameras in the bathroom of his restaurant. His guilt was never proven for that charge.
So, I mean, obviously, we're talking about a piece of shit person.
Yeah. Yep, we are.
It's like I said, this reveals probably something about myself. So can I separate the music from the artist? I mean, I probably can, honestly. And I'll think he's a piece of garbage. I'm not okay with him as a person or anything that he's done. I can separate the two.
Okay. Would you like me to reveal the artist?
I do.
This is Chuck Berry.
Oh, I'll never listen to any of his shit again. He sucks.
Yeah. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, he's known for Maybelline and Johnny Be Good and a song that I even put, What's This About? But he has a song called My Ding-a-Ling. So if you want to explore that on your own, but...
My Dingling is actually like a really popular sing-along for people. I've heard it performed.
My Ding-a-Ling.
My Dingling.
Yeah, but knowing his crimes...
And that takes on a whole new thing.
Yeah. It's like my question earlier about how the ideas of your songs change over time, and it can go for other people's songs too.
That's true. So now my Dingling takes on a whole new meaning.
Your interpretation changes once you things are revealed. But this is my thought too. Obviously, Chuck Berry is like an older act, and he was sued by several women who claimed he installed a video camera. Was it a fucking like VHS like shoulder mount thing? How do you?
Those are hard. They didn't quite have the ability to hide technology like they do now, where everything's like little pin, somewhere that's got all HD images and something. This is like a big reel-to-reel projector type camera where you can actually hear it playing in the background.
Yeah. That's how they. It wasn't even hit. You can't even hide that.
No.
It would just be like.
So I think those people wanted to be filmed. They knew it was there.
Oh,
That's
shit.
on them.
It's like, it's on little slides. That's what I'm talking about. Those
Yep.
like zoetropic things, whatever the fuck they're called.
So now next time someone requests Johnny Be Good, which just happened, I'd be like, do you even know what he's done?
I would. Fuck. You know what? Yeah, he has a little duck walk.
Chuck Berry, fuck Berry. That's what I say.
Let's call him Fuckberry now.
Fuck Berry from now on.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Anyways, artist number 5. Before I keep going on with that. Artist number 5, theft and assault. But those were very vague.
Those are vague.
So,
But may have been guilty of either one of those things at different parts of my life.
His the description of his crimes, though, they might give a little bit away, but I feel like I should go ahead and explain theft and assault, because theft and assault is very vague. But he was convicted of theft at the age of 16 and served 3 years in juvenile prison. In 1963, while Otis Redding was performing alongside his former band, Johnny Jenkins and the Pine Toppers, this artist showed up wielding 2 shotguns, attempting to shoot his musical rival, Joe Tex. This led to several people getting shot and several stabbed. He was on parole at the time and had his men distribute $100 to each of the injured victims to keep their mouths shut.
All right, so to me, so my personal line is like when you're, human trafficking children and cross state lines and stuff. This is just, sadly, it should be a big deal to me, but that one's not.
This is just boys being boys.
Just boys being boys. He didn't act. I mean, he tried to kill some people, but he didn't succeed.
It's just attempted.
But did they die?
I'm going to say this led to 7 people getting shot and several stabbed. This was a full-on brawl, so did he actually do the shooting?
All the shooting.
Did he?
Did he do all the shooting? Like 7 people got shot. Sounds like a lot of people were pulling out their pieces and answering the call, I guess.
He could have just provoked a bunch of other gunmen, though.
He could have. He might not have been the trigger puller.
Yeah, because depending on this was in '63. I don't know if they had like semi-auto shotguns at the time.
Probably not. They're all black powder firearms.
Yeah,
between shots,
muskets.
They got to repack.
Yeah, so he could have only logically shot like 2 people. With
2 people. I mean,
'cause
7 shots. That takes like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And if in that amount of time people couldn't evacuate, that's on them.
Yeah. I will reveal that was James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown, obviously known for songs such as Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, It's a Man's World, Get Up and Get Up Off of That Thing, as well as the central progenitor, if that's a word, of funk music. He was deemed the godfather of soul.
Papa's Got a Brand New Body Bag.
Ooh, 7 of them.
7 body bags.
But $700 short because he had his men distribute. Well, I guess they can't really take money; they're dead. But
known as the father of souls, not soul.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
dude, you're on one today. I dig this.
Espresso, man.
Yeah. Espresso does the trick.
It does the trick.
Holy shit! All right, our 6th and final artist of Can You Separate Art from Artist?
Okay.
Brutal murder of his own mother.
So what did she do?
Actually, it didn't specify. So.
Well, I gotta know the answer to that.
Okay.
Terrible mother.
Terrible mother.
This might change things. Okay. And I know because this is a gray area as well.
I love my mom. I'm not justifying. I'm not saying I'm okay with mother murder.
Right. Mother murder. That's a good band name too.
Mother murder.
Mother murder, dude. We're just farming.
Like the M&M's logo. Bunch of little candies with machetes.
Candies with machetes? Dude, you're just killing me here. Oh my god. Okay, so let me.
It reminds me of the California raisins.
This might change things for this brutal murder of your mother. So, in 1983, this artist attacked his 71-year-old widowed mother with a hammer, and then proceeded to fatally stab her with a butcher knife, claiming that voices told him to kill her. After the arrest, he was then properly diagnosed with acute schizophrenia and charged with 16 years to life in prison.
I've heard of this story, and I'm drawing a blank on who it was. Again, mental illness is real.
Exactly.
Obviously. Am I okay with his actions? No.
Who wouldn't, That's
so he should have, he did not conquer, but I'm sure use his mental illness in the creative process of whatever music he made, and then he just didn't record enough albums to heal all of that.
Right.
So he had to kill his mom instead of releasing another album.
Oh, shit.
I got to get recording quick.
No, that's why I said this is kind of a gray area, because it is very unfortunate that he killed his own mother and that he had to endure the pain of mental health and things like that. But that's what I'm saying is it's like you can't excuse his actions, but it's like you said, mental health is real.
It doesn't make it okay.
Right, exactly. But it almost, and now this is going to sound crazy, but I hope this makes sense. But like, it's not okay, but it's understandable in the circumstances because of mental health.
So a lot of people would say he's not at fault for those actions. I'm sure he's not in prison. He's probably in a mental health facility for his sentence.
He died in prison.
He died in prison.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess they found him accountable for those actions.
Yeah, and he actually consciously denied his own paroles. So that's where it's like, when mental health comes into play, it's like, yes, they're not excusable actions, but obviously your condition caused you to do this, but once you're properly diagnosed and medicated, and you come to your, for lack of a better phrase, came to your senses, or got healthy,
as healthy as possible,
as you possibly can, you might be able to see the error of your ways, and want to kind of do what you can to right those wrongs.
Which he denying his own parole shows he obviously had some type of feeling about his actions, realizing he should be held accountable for that. My problem with that is how many people blame their actions on mental illness when it's not really that problem.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't know how sick he was. We don't know what voices. We don't know if there was voices. Sure, that's what they say. So, I mean, I can't judge the situation, obviously.
Right. Yeah, and he denied his parole, and he actually died in prison. And but this artist, and you said you might be familiar with the story, but this guy I knew of the work that he'd done, but I didn't know his name or who he was. But this was Jim Gordon, known for his work in Derek and the Dominoes and the band Traffic.
Yeah, that was his story that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of some Traffic stuff.
I love Traffic.
Not human traffic, but traffic.
Yeah. That's not funny. Why'd you laugh, me? No, but go ahead.
Was that your last artist? Mm-hmm. Let me.
Well, you have one for me?
I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
I do. I'm just, and I don't know. I don't want to give the details of the crimes. So I'm just giving you one to do some research on for like your next segment that you do with someone.
Okay.
Look up the Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Phillips.
I don't even know the name off the top of my head.
Well,
but the father-daughter touring together.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be honest. That's one that I kind of scrapped because I was like, this might be too much for some people.
It's a lot.
Yeah, because I kind of have to. Like, I come prepared with things to an episode, but it's like, I have to, like, that doesn't mean I'm going to use it. I kind of have to, like, feel you out. Do you know what I mean? And
sure.
So by the end of it, if I'm like, I feel like he's not going to get, triggered.
You do have to worry about those things.
Yeah, and so it's like, and I know, obviously, we've known each other for a couple years now. It's like, and we don't know each other a crazy amount, but it's like, I know you enough that I was like, I think he could handle this.
So otherwise, like, decades from now, someone's listening to a different podcast, and they're like, so there was this guy, an acoustic musician, and he murdered 2 podcast hosts. Would you still listen to his stuff? And they're like, well, we got some questions regarding did they provoke him with triggering stories of other band members that brought back emotions from his childhood?
It's literally the Acoustic Mayhem.
It's called Mayhem for a reason. It has nothing to do with the music. It's just
dude, that would be your Netflix documentary. It would be called Acoustic Mayhem.
Acoustic Mayhem.
The murder of whatever.
I've tried to Rob's Acoustic Mayhem or the Acoustic Mayhem of Rob Wilson, and that's what I tell bars to. I was like, hey, this is how I want to be, and they're like, Rob Wilson. They're like, we ain't got time for all this other stuff. So.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, I mean, that's a perfect segue to end this. It's like you're on all streaming platforms, correct?
Correct. Like I said, the new album just released. I'm really happy with it.
What date did that release?
It's been out for probably 2 or 3 weeks now.
Oh, nice.
So to find it on, because Rob Wilson, it's the most common name in the world. There are 1 million Rob Wilsons. So if you're going to Google it to look it up, you have to look up Rob Wilson and then either a song title or an album title. So the last album is 3 Foot Down. So if you look up Rob Wilson 3 Foot Down or Rob Wilson 226, the title track of the last album, then you can find the correct Rob Wilson. Otherwise, you just get lost in the sea of Robs.
The Sea of Robs. Dude, that should be your next album.
Sea of Robs. It may be.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. So, but the album's called 226, right?
This current one is called 3 Foot Down.
Or you just threw me for a loop, though. So the
The
album is 3 Foot Down.
Yes.
But the
previous album was 226. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I made that confusing.
yeah, no, you're good. I'm just kind of a dum dum sometimes. So,
Not at all.
and this one was self-titled, right?
Yeah, self-titled. Under Spotify, it's listed as 45 because
Okay.
of the I am 45, and I had to give it a title.
Right. So, guys, if you're listening at home, go on all streaming platforms and check out Rob Wilson. Search for 45, 226, or 3 Foot Down. And don't get lost. Don't get stranded in the sea of Robs. Capsized in the sea of Robs. But guys, I guess this kind of concludes the episode. So our mantra for the show is we're going to live with cause, and we're going to leave the results to the great law of the universe. We're going to pass each day in peaceful contemplation, patient, and all the while remaining present in our lives. So after this episode, put the fucking phone down, get off the computer, get out in front of the TV, go touch some fucking grass, kiss your wife, do some. I don't want to condone drug use, but why did I've never said that before. Anyways, go touch some grass, kiss your dog, pet your wife, whatever you're gonna do. Just do something present. Space Camp.
Stay funky, y'all.
Stay groovy, guys. Stay tuned for another episode. Without further ado,
We brought to you
Art of the Jam. Thank you, Rob, for being here today.
Thank you guys. That was fun.
Buddy.
Absolutely. Shoo, shoo.
Tootly.
We farming fucking.
He just put crops down on the man.